In today's video, we're recapping the horror movie Stay Alive, a film where a group of friends discover the hard way that sometimes the game really does kill you when you die. The story kicks off when Hutch's friend Loomis gets an early copy of an underground horror game called Stay Alive, inspired by the legend of Countess Elizabeth Bathory. And after a late-night gaming session, Loomis and his roommates are found murdered in the exact same way their characters died. At the funeral, Hutch reconnects with his gamer friends Swink, October, Phineas, and newcomer Abigail and Loomis's co-worker Miller, and they decide to honor him the way he'd want, by firing up the mysterious game themselves. As soon as they hit start, things already feel off. The game forces them to read a creepy blood-red prayer out loud, and the world they step into is a twisted plantation soaked in gothic atmosphere, mirrors and roses tied to Bathory's legend. They brush off the weirdness and dive into co-op gameplay. But when Miller's character dies in a brutal carriage accident, and Miller himself is later found dead in real life in the same way, Hutch starts to realize something is horribly wrong. One by one, the game's rules start bleeding into reality. October, who's obsessed with the occult, digs into Bathory's history and connects the dots. The Countess supposedly bathed in the blood of virgins to stay young and was trapped, not destroyed, and Stay Alive seems to be some kind of cursed recreation of her world. If you die in the game, Bathory can reach you in real life, especially if you finish that opening prayer. As the group keeps playing, creepy glitches, ghostly appearances, and mirrored deaths pile up. A detective starts to look at Hutch like a suspect because everyone around him keeps dying under bizarre circumstances. But the audience knows the real killer is supernatural and wearing a Victorian dress. October and her brother Phineas try to outsmart the curse, but the movie plays it cruel. Phineas is hunted down in a cornfield by Bathory's ghostly carriage, and October confronts the Countess's ghost head-on at a cemetery, only to discover that dismissing the game as just code doesn't protect you when the entity behind it is very real. Their game deaths line up with their real deaths, and the surviving friends realize the only way out is to beat the game before it finishes them. Hutch, Swink, and Abigail go full final level mode, retracing the in-game path to Bathory's plantation in the real world. Swink stays behind on a laptop, guiding them through the maze-like grounds as if they're still playing co-op, calling out paths, warning about enemy spawns in the form of creepy ghost kids, and acting as the support player trying to keep his team alive. Hutch, haunted by childhood trauma and nightmares of his abusive father, finds himself facing not just the game's villain, but his own guilt and fear. Meanwhile, the cursed game keeps spawning enemies, and Swink almost becomes another victim when Bathory's presence starts to bleed into his reality too. In classic horror fashion, it comes down to the last stand at the heart of the plantation. Hutch and Abigail reach the attic where Bathory's body and mirrors are kept, realizing that the only way to stop her is to follow the same rules the game laid out: destroy her image, cut off her connection, and burn her resting place. Armed with matches, candles, and pure survival instinct, Hutch sets the room ablaze, burning Bathory's corpse and ending her physical hold on the world. At least for now. By the time the flames die down, the curse seems broken, and the survivors stumble out alive, shaken but free. It feels like the end of the nightmare until the movie cuts away to a game store where Stay Alive is quietly sitting on a shelf, getting bought and booted up by brand new, unsuspecting players. We see the familiar red loading screen, the eerie opening sequence, and the same sinister prayer waiting to be spoken aloud. The last shot hints that Bathory's curse isn't gone at all, it's gone viral, spreading through the game itself, ready to claim more lives from anyone reckless enough to press start. It's a classic 2000s horror ending. The threat isn't contained, the cursed media lives on, and the real horror is that the next victim could be anyone. If you enjoyed this recap of Stay Alive and want more horror movie breakdowns, hit that like button, drop a comment with which cursed game or cursed movie story you want covered next, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into horror.